told you this story over the past few years, the one of the so-called lost Canadians, people who always thought they were Canadian but suddenly discovered they were not. It was all because of a little-known law. After our stories, the government promised a fix, and fast. So why were so many still lost Canadians protesting today? Our senior correspondent, Terry Malewski, went to find out.
They're still out in the cold, the last of the so-called lost Canadians, people who lost their Canadian citizenship or never got it because of mysterious quirks in the law. The government pledged to fix their problems, but dozens are still being denied a passport, even if they're descended from a Canadian hero. Some are descended from a female Canadian instead of a male. Some are the children of war brides. Some were just born in the wrong place. Like the newest lost Canadian, little Rachel Chandler. Her Canadian dad works in China, where she was born. Now, at 5 months old, she is cute, blue-eyed, and stateless. The Chinese say she's not Chinese, but even though Rachel's father is Canadian, he too was born outside Canada, so she's out of luck.
She absolutely has the right to be a Canadian citizen. There's no question about it.
The baby's father, grandfather, and aunt are all Canadian. Still, Rachel cannot even enter Canada.
I would love to have my niece with me. I would like to show her off around Mississauga. I would like to show her to my friends.
Little Rachel is only the latest poster child for the lost Canadians. 81 of them are still telling their stories of bureaucratic absurdity.
My father was a Canadian soldier in the Second World War, and I'm being denied citizenship because my parents weren't able to marry until I was 2.
But because I was born in 1945.
Then there's Archie Ford. His mom was Canadian, but that was before they allowed mothers to pass on their nationality. The immigration minister says just follow the process.
Rather than having, press conferences or trying to politicize their application, just make a solid application, make a strong case, and it'll be considered fairly on the merits of their case.
But the lost Canadians say that's just the problem, that they do bring solid cases and still get turned down. As for baby Rachel in China, she's either going to be stateless or Irish. Turns out that her Canadian grandfather was born in Ireland, and the Irish government says no problem, if she can't be a Canadian, we'll take her. Terry Malewski, CBC News.